Hey guys, it's me. We're back with another Resident Evil demo. Thank you. What I don't what I don't understand about this demo in particular is this game's like 18 years old. Why are they putting a demo out for it on PS5? Um, it didn't have all these options before, but what the heck? Well, when games are scary, they say you should make them real bright. So let's not do that. Um, um, the only reason I say this could be scary is because I remember people calling this survival horror.
What are you watching?
I'm playing the Resident Evil 4 demo. I'm doing a recording of it. So before I start it, I think that this was supposed to be survival horror 18 years ago when this came out. And I remember being in middle school talking to people about this. And they all said, "Oh, dude, this game's not really survival horror, though. It's more of a high fantasy game." And I was like, "Oh, you mean like Morrowind?" Because at the time, like Oblivion and stuff wasn't even out. And I remember like my one friend in particular was like really into Resident Evil 4, you know? Even like grew his hair out like Leon and stuff. And so,
September 30th,
we'll let this
1998.
play.
It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
It's been 6 years since Leon S. Kennedy survived the Raccoon City incident. And I can't read this, my glass. My contacts are bad. An unprecedented biological catastrophe. I moved like 3 feet closer to my TV. Caused by the Umbrella Corporation. Umbrella Corporation. That's a shout out to my boy that went to look like. Just trying to look like Leon. Having distinguished himself as a U.S. special agent, he is tasked with Man, this shit's boring. That's better. So, with locating the president's missing daughter, the search has brought him to an unisolated village in Europe, where intel suggests the kidnapped girl was last sighted. Even Leon's past trauma could not prepare him for the nightmare of insanity. Family Guy makes everything better. Oh shit, we're playing. maybe his ankle will be so boring. Anyways, back to my story from earlier. So, sorry, I'm trying to feel the controls out. Ain't no gun. Anyways, back to my story. So, my friend really wanted to look like Leon, so he grew his hair out. He even got this black sweat jacket that said Umbrella Corporation. And he said, "Bro, you gotta get it's the best action game, Umbrella Corporation." And I was like, "Yeah, all right. I like Resident Evil 2." And I remember that being a great, it was like a great RPG. So my friends are like, "Yeah, bro, this is an action game. It's good. It's the next high fantasy masterpiece." And I'm like, "Well, why is everybody saying it's survival horror then?" And they were like, "I don't know, bro, but it's a good action game." And I was like, "All right, I'll check it out." So my dad's like really into it, and he says, "Hey, son, let's rent Resident Evil 4." So I said, "All right, Dad, I'm pretty excited to play this." So we get it home, and you start out as like a level 1 ex-cop or something. And I'm like, well, all right, so there's the RPG vibe from before. Oh. And I boot the game up, and you start out in the woods, and I'm like, cool, this is like where level 1s go, and they train in like MMOs, you know, like they beat up like baby deer and rabbits and stuff. So I'm like, awesome. And you have a knife, which is, it's like a level 1, you know, high fantasy type of weapon. And then you move along, and then he has a handgun too, which I'm like, okay, I mean, he's supposed to be an action game too, I guess. You know, survival horror, that's what everyone's saying. So I'm like, it makes sense, I guess there's a gun, but I just remember him being high fantasy. So you start out with this little dinky pistol, and I'm like, I mean, I guess Final Fantasy, 10-2, Yuna had some handguns, so it's fine. And you make your way through the village. Actually, this demo is supposed to be the game I played a bunch of years back. It looks shinier than I remember. Maybe not any better graphically. It looks shinier, and I don't remember being in this cabin at first.
Anyone home?
Wait, hold on, this might be the first place. Is this where you get your first set of experience in the game? Or you start leveling up? Oh, that's disappointing. Before, you could, like, really kick them doors. But I guess he's level 1, so he's not that strong yet. Yeah, this is where you get your first piece of experience, but you don't level up right away. But you do get some gold.
Sorry to barge in like
Because
this.
there's a merchant in the game. He sells you, like, you know, new stuff and gear that makes you, like new armor. Kind of like, you know, high fantasy games should have. I don't remember that guy. I was also thinking maybe there was, like, some type of button prompt or something with the QuickTime events. If I remember right, this is one of the first high fantasy games to have QuickTime events.
This is not good.
Ooh, I got a gun now. There's the knife. That's the level 1 weapon I remember. But I don't remember this guy. Mario? What? Is it supposed to be high fantasy? I guess Super Mario is kind of high fantasy. That's fine. Surprised though that Capcom isn't going to get in trouble for putting Mario in one of their games. They haven't been cool with Nintendo since like The Nintendo. Well, I think that's where I came from. It's definitely a level 1 guy's stab. Why does he have to pull the curtain out of the way? If he's a true high fantasy action hero, he can just move it. I guess he's not Chris Redfield.
Hey!
No, it's Mario! Hurry up, blur it so Nintendo doesn't sue you, Capcom.
Contesta, necesito apoyo.
Luigi,
¿Quién soy?
what's your situation?
Is that Luigi?
What the hell's going on? What was that?
If I remember the old strat from the game that I'm thinking is a different game by this point. Just to shoot him down there. Alright, I guess that doesn't work anymore. What's this one? Oh, that doesn't work anymore. That's disappointing.
It just keeps getting worse.
Hey, they did bring back the inventory system. Pretty neat. They even have the weapon stats, like a good high fantasy game should. Now remember, this was breaking new ground at the time, because like Morrowind wasn't even out. This was, or not Morrowind, Oblivion wasn't even out. Morrowind was out at this time. So while Morrowind and Daggerfall and all those did a good job at establishing high fantasy lore, Resident Evil 4 was the true peak. The true thing that changed gaming as a whole. Not just the high fantasy genre, but every genre moving forward, including a lot of shooters for some reason. Kinda disappointed that doesn't work though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where the party's at. So if I remember, you do get a party member in this game. It's like a mage. And she wears like, you know, one of those really skimpy like mage outfits that they gave high fantasy girls back in the day. And she would even go as far as to calling Leon a pervert. Oh, man, it's boring. Hold on. Sorry guys, this shit boring.
Bruce, this is Gondor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's work at your new power plant.
Oh,
It's likely she's in
Well, you'll be happy to know I don't work
our
very
intel is
hard.
correct then. Well
Actually,
done.
I'm bringing the plant down from the
The location on a
inside.
nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Something's happened to people here.
I had the wrong show on, my bad, guys.
Gotta go. Talk later. Well, so far.
I remember that.
You talked to Matt Lauer lately? Played 18 holes with him on Saturday. Told him he was soft in the Arafat interview. Oh, I like Matt. Me too. Us. Come on, Craig. Let's roll.
Oh, this shit boring.
Taste that? The taste of beach justice. Oh, are you crazy? Yeah, idiot. Dad haven't missed a gumbo yet.
Well, you're gonna miss this one, young man. His report card came today. No more TV until your grades improve. Now get upstairs and get to study.
Don't worry, I'll talk to it. After I get a little bit of courage from my own.
What do you mean I can't save? This is a demo. They should let you save your progress.
Mrs. Daniels? Is Dad dead? What? Oh my God, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Poor old Chick. He was a wise man.
Hold on, does this work?
Playing with that weak pressure. Always playing with that weak pressure.
Honey,
Still
hold
works.
still and let me thank you. You're filthy.
Oh, neat.
I'm filthy. You're the filthy one. I'll say that.
Yeah, there's some of that loot, so I can get some new weapons from the merchant. Hopefully, as a battle axe, since this seems to be a different game, I can upgrade my knife.
And Lois him for some break. I mean, no TV, so he failed the class. It's not like he felt up his cousin in the garage that Thanksgiving when I was 19.
Now, I want you to help Fred. Kids do better when parents take an interest in their schoolwork. I saw them in a two-part report on Dateline Tuesday and Dateline Tuesday.
That was the Tuesday.
Oh, NBC invented a new day so they could add another Dateline.
The double show is sacred to us. Brian and Greg had the kind of father-son relationship that we expect to have someday.
Peter, Brian and Greg Gumbel are brothers.
Oh, nice, Lois. Is this the big whack? We can't learn anything from
Hold on.
This is all I've got. You want me showing you?
Damn.
Bye, Mom.
What a week that was.
Alright.
Peter, I thought we
I don't really care. There, car. Cool. That's fine. See you later, bro. I don't need that gas. Oh. Guess I needed that gas, though. I need that gas, though. You still in there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is stupid.
This is an afternoon 5 jewelry. I'm Tom Tucker.
And I'm Diane Stevens. Tom dared me to do the news top list. I've got the goods, but if I got the goods,
How do you...
And if you're studying to watch Gumble to Gumble, you're out of luck. That show has been canceled. Full story at Maybe Diane. 9 at 11.
Alright. So if I recall... Yeah, there it is. This is the first village. This is where you meet the first non-hostile NPCs. And there's even a couple shopkeepers. I think.
Peter, come help me with the groceries.
Shit. This shit even boring. This shit boring. Yeah, that's better.
It's coding to check. Checking in here. What happened to me? I don't know. disappeared for I don't know, I disappeared for like a long time. So now I'm back. I have a viewer request from a. He's really into my holiday cooking videos. In the past, he's done hot items. He's done hot items. And I thought, let's keep that theme going with hot, fizzy, and what up, Miss Kitty?
Stealth kills. I didn't think this was a stealth game.
And we got beef broth. We got ginger ale. We got
Here we go.
Oh, ooh, this is not the same place I used to be at. Man.
Next.
And he's shining. They may have underestimated that they made this game harder than it used to be. It's alright though. High fantasy games can be that way sometimes. Y'all ever play like a Dark Souls game? Pretty hard. Can I climb up here? No. Well, I got that now. That's what I was looking for earlier. Oh, the chicken got me. How cool was that? Is it still gonna happen? How cool would that be? There he is. That's like the first, it's like the first boss, but in the original, I guess, game, since this is so much different, when you did this part, it was a peaceful town, and he would only come out if you made the townspeople upset. If you stole something, or if you tried to fight him or something, you know? But I guess in this game, that don't matter. Oh, that dude punched me. Oh, that's not a thing in this game. That's painful. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. That was a mistake. Oopsies. That was bound to happen. That's okay. shot. Not bad.
Get ready to find high adventure.
High adventure. That's it. High fantasy. That's what we were just talking about. Oh! Oh! Excuse me. I really made these villagers mad. I'm guessing it's because I stabbed that one lady, but I'm not sure. Which, whoopsies, live and learn, I guess. Well, can we get up here? Supposed to be? Maybe not. There he is. That's my friend. Bingo.
Huh?
And I think he was happy to find a reason to leave her officially. I know he had a few relatively cordial run-ins with Sherry and Billy as they all.
Oh, hey, Miss Kitty. I mean, from what I can tell, stuff changed. I guess they remade this game for some reason. Here I'm thinking I'm getting the demo of the game I played in middle school. The high fantasy successor to Morrowind, but I guess not. That dude's like, hey, you know, we didn't have to chase you around if you want to stab that woman. I mean, even the chicken was pissed. What's up, Miss Kitty?
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
He said the thing. Well, thanks for checking in with me as I check out, I guess, a remake of this high fantasy game.